Players that are getting drafted by the community, bounce back players. And the first and most obvious one, I think, is Christian McCaffrey. He's, undeniably being taken as a top 3 player in every single draft. Everybody is fully on board with the CMC bounce back. And I mean, it's pretty simple to me. It's like either Christian McCaffrey is healthy or he's not. And if he's healthy, should he not be the 101? Should he not be the first overall player drafted in fantasy over Jonathan Taylor if we're buying the bounce back? I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make a case for CMC to be first overall. Obviously, when he's healthy, he's just a different breed of fantasy player, right? He averages like 25 plus PPR points per game, and he has some of the best usage in the NFL, especially for fantasy football. So we all know that he's great when he's healthy, and that's obviously been the concern over the last 2 years is his lack of ability to stay healthy. Obviously, we both kind of agree that, injuries are fluky, and we'll buy players coming off injuries, especially if the consensus is down on said player. But Christian McCaffrey every year is a top 2, top 3 player. So it's, I mean, I'll still draft him because I do believe injuries are a little bit fluky. And I think that they will make kind of a concerted effort to make sure he's good to go for the entire year, maybe decrease his rushing volume a little bit, but he'll still have the passing volume. But right now, I guess it would be hard to put him above JT and Cup just because of the seasons that they had last year. And, everybody drafts based off what happened last year instead of predicting for the future. So I think consensus-wise, it is probably right, but you could definitely make a case that CMC should be the 101.
For me, like, I don't know if I want to buy that. I just can't see this team looking at the past 2 seasons and looking at Christian McCaffrey and thinking that they don't need to change something. Like, they don't need to scale his workload back. I talked about it on a recent stream that my prediction is that, we hear these mounting rumors about Baker Mayfield getting traded to the Panthers, and I think it makes all the sense in the world that Kareem Hunt is going to be part of that package. And I just see them trying to do something to, like you said, keep McCaffrey healthy for the entire season. In terms of being a large volume best ball player, I will be taking McCaffrey because you have to take him in the top 3 picks. He's never going to fall deeper. So if you want exposure to him, you have to take him when you're, granted either the 2nd or 3rd pick just for the sake of having exposure. But like if I were doing one draft, I don't think I would have McCaffrey ranked 3rd. Like if this was my one and only draft, I'm probably passing on him for somebody like Chase or Jefferson or Eckler even. I just think that the range of outcomes is wider than it's ever been for McCaffrey. And I'm not sure how many times players have 2 really injury riddled seasons and then come back in year 3 and are good to go and back to their old glory days. I just don't know if that happens that often.